What's up, child? Welcome to the BFX channel. It's a Monday, right? As you guys already know, it's a Monday, and yeah, the market kind of like went, you know, as planned with some pairs, as I was kind of like anticipating. If you had followed what my pre-market analysis, which I dropped yesterday, right? Yeah, some of the markets, right? Especially Gbpjpy, we're expecting it to walk pull back to a zone so that we could get a chance to walk buy, but it all happened at the spot, right, which kind of like it didn't kind of like go as planned, right. Just happened at the spot, opened and pulled back to the zone, right, and just went up. But guys, there was kind of like a geopolitical event going on with Japan, right, which was the Prime Minister Taikachi, who just won the elections, right? So yeah, yeah, the JPY was kind of like appreciating. So even though GBPJPY rise, after pulling back to the area of interest, right? It was it reversed, reversed back into the zone, broke through, moved downwards, right? Yeah, and it's kind of like now moving in kind of like uh uniform way, right? I'll be sharing my screen with you guys, moving in kind of like an descending channel which has broken out, right? We use the JPY, our hands, our fingers are still kind of like crossed. It went out, the same way as GBP JPY went, right? Went down, tanked down to what an area of interest, which is now one reacting of it, right? Let's get to the chat so you guys will see what I'm talking about. But before that, right, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. So anytime I drop a new video, you'll be the first person, or you'll be among the first people to receive the video, so you guys will tap into the knowledge, right? Yeah, let's get into the chat. All right, guys, this is my GBPJPY screen. You guys can see for yourself, right? This was when the market was yesterday, right? Before it opened, right? Before it opened, you guys can see that what I was expecting what price to pull back to this area of interest, right? This zone, which what price did and what went to the outside. But from what I was saying, that what we had what a prime Japan, election, which what push price what sorry guys, I push price to the what to the upside, to the downside, right? Push price to the downside. This was it. Push price to the downside. Came back to retest the area of interest and went down to the downside, right? Could have gotten a sell here, guys, a sell here, right? Just this morning, we could have been able to get a sell here at this point, guys, a sell right to this point, and price came back to retest, this area of interest, right? And came back right to this zone, and guys, you can see that along price moving, it has been respecting some levels, some levels here. Let me see that with some levels, right? And you guys can see that what we have the descending channel, right? Price was just moving accordingly, respecting it, right? Just paying attention to it, right? You had our first touch here, you had the second, you had the third, you had first, second, third, we had the fourth one here, right? And now as at now, price has break through the descending channel, right? So yes, let's see what happens tomorrow, you know with the markets. Now let me say tomorrow, let's see what happens with the market, because you're already in a new day, right? This is GBPJPY. Let's see what happens to the market, as the market has broken out of the descending channel, have a break to the upside, and a retest to this area of interest, and price could move up, hopefully, right? Let's see how it goes. 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 Let's see how it goes, guys. This is with USDJPY, USDJPY, USDJPY. You guys can see the same thing, right? You can see the same thing for USDJPY. You guys can see USDJPY really, 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 really tanked. You guys can see for yourself, right? You guys can see for yourself. All right, the market just opened at this point, and went, you know, went to the upside, and also reversed back into the zone, right? Reversed and will pull back to this area of interest, and what sold to the downside, came back to retest it, and what sold to the downside, guys. Sold to the downside, guys. It's currently reacting of this area of interest, right? Reacting of this zone, right? So hopefully, guys, let's see what in some few hours. Let's see what happens with the markets. Let's see how it moves. We're not trying to kind of like force any moves currently. Just want to see how it's kind of like going to move, so we'll be able to make clear, accurate analysis, right? If the market is just kind of like giving you limited information, you can't base off that to make some decisions, right? So let's just wait for some more market movement for us to be able to make some good nice decisions, right? So yes, with Gbpjpy, guys can see also has breaking above the descending channel, and area as currently at the area of interest. So let's see how that also plays out, and let's see how we can go about it. There you guys had it. There you guys had it. You guys saw what the market has been reacting, how it has been reacting. Since it's open, you can see we had some massive drops. We had some massive drop. Some nine setups that we could have caught. Guys. At this point, not having the final account, right? Let me the profit account, right? It's kind of like it's very, like a pain for because we're having kind of like some nice quality setups that we are missing out on, but it's all good, right? Hopefully, some few weeks, days, right? I'll be putting you guys on some hot new stuff. Stay tuned, as I always say, right? So yes, the market dropped very massively. You can see with USDJPY, for example, it really dropped to the downside massively, right? Massively, right? You can see the Japan, after the geopolitical events that went on, which was the election, right? You can see that the Japan economy is kind of like appreciating, what has been on the election and everything. So yeah, it was kind of like a bullish for the JPY, which meant for what weakness for what the GBP, right? Hence this massive drops on the two pairs, the other sides, right? So let's just see, yeah, expecting some more market movement for us to be able to or make some accurate trading decisions, analysis, right? Because if you are working with less or few data, you are prone to kind of like make some mistakes. You're not desperate, you want the markets to come to us, so we take decisions, right? So yes, guys, this will help for you, right? Hopefully you're able to learn one or two, if not anything. What I just said right now, don't chase the market. Let's what the markets come to you, so you'll be able to get a chance to take a trade, right? Take a trade, right? I really appreciate your time, you being here, right? Hope you enjoyed this content. If you did, please hit the thumbs up button so this video can be recommended to other people, so they can also be able to tap into this knowledge. And yes, once again, if you think this channel is helping in your trading career journey, please hit the subscribe button so we can help the channel grow. Don't forget, I said 50 subscribers before the end of this month. So it's a month of love. Show me love, right? It's big advice. Nobody does it like us. I really love you. It's love since day one. Peace out.